So you're back with your favourite ginger person, Walk Cook Walk, episode 6. Now this is a bit of a double whammy. We're going to be cooking two things. We're going to be cooking the Outdoor Boys camping bread with honey butter, and we're also going to be cooking my take of a spaghetti bolognese. Now it might be unconventional things going in or whatever, but you know, that's life. Everyone's got their own little homemade thing that they do to make it a little bit more their own. But we are heading into this little bit of I want to say wasteland, but it's not wasteland, it's like wild land. I'm not sure whether we'll be able to get in further down here. Normally it's cut back to a certain degree, and I'm not even sure whether we're going to be able to get in there properly, but we're going to try. Unfortunately, it is right next door to quite a busy road, so there will be some car noise, but there normally is anyway. So let's have a look. Straight away we're definitely not getting in there. Walking past somebody's house as well, so we'll try not to show any of that. No, it doesn't actually look like there is any way into the part where I wanted to go. Now there's a nice little spot here, but we are too close to somebody's house, so I'm not going to set up here. But what we will do is we'll go back up the hill that we've come down and see if we can possibly get in further up. All we need is a bit of flat space, really, out the way. Preferably not visible, because I like my peace. Don't really want any dogs coming up disturbing the stove that's obviously got a flammable liquid in. I don't want to go up in flames, and I'm sure the dog doesn't anyway. So let's see if we can't get in here. I'll be back. So unfortunately, no, there was a little bit, but it's just extremely overgrown, and it's too close to this path. It gets a lot of walkers, a lot of dog walkers, so we're going to try and get in here instead. Again, it's the problem of it being visible that I don't like. Let's try not to skid down this on my arms. Danger. Now this is quite a nice spot, but the path's right there. There's no real way of getting further in here to get over there, which is actually where I want to be. Have a wander up, see if we can't get in further up. Don't mind telling you, I've just pulled my groin trying to climb up that sodding hill. Oh, it was quite steep. I'm trying to go up sideways and stretch my leg out. It looks a bit more promising up here, but I might have to fight to get in. The ground's really, really dry, so everywhere you stand is really dry, loose. I'm trying to dodge these nettles. I think I found a spot for the day. It's quite a way off the way. We're going to have to tread some nettles down. Sorry, nettles. I'm sure you'll be all right to sting another day. Might even get me on the way out. Ooh. Kids going down the hill on bikes. Good on them. I think I'm off out tomorrow evening for a ride once it's cooled down a bit. Oh, this place is cool, man. Looks like someone's been camping up here. Or someone built a ramp Someone's actually just built a ramp to cycle up and over. A bit of a pit here, and they've even made a bench. Pretty cool. Now I'm wondering whether we stay here or we go a bit further down. It doesn't really matter. Let's go and have a look what's down here, and if it's not as good as that area there, we'll come back. It's all about the opportunity of seeing what's down here as well. I mean, we're still pretty deep in the woods, and we are still close to the sorry, Mr. Tree, I'm just coming through. What the hell are they? Just disturbed a whole swarm of little flies. And now they're all stuck to me. Never actually been down here. There's more jumps. So people have obviously been, yes, it looks like some years ago though. The stuff, the building's like ancient. It's not been ridden forever. Now what is that? It's like a little bit of a tree house, man. Got some steps dug into that. And it's like a little perch. Pretty cool. I like it. And I'm actually on the other side of the part I was trying to get into to explore. So obviously you can't get through it at the moment, but you can get down the other side, and then this is pretty much where it ends, and that's the bit we walked down a minute ago. So I'm going to set up here. Yeah, it's going to be a bit noisy because of the cars, but I'm not bothered. I'm out of the way, and that is the point. The point is a bit of alone time away from the maddening crowd. So let's get set up. So that was the Outdoor Boys bread with honey butter. The honey butter's just heating up with the heat that's left on the stove, but that's our bread. A little bit burnt, but you're camping, so who gives a toss? And that is really hot, so I'm going to probably just leave that on there a second. I'm going to leave that heating up. I'm gonna have to clean this before I can use it again. This was the second one I did. The first one I did, which is here, perfectly good bit of camping bread. Not warm now, but I didn't flip and record it. I sat there doing the whole thing. I did practice this at home beforehand. Made the dough yesterday in one of those ziplock bags that you see the Outdoor Boys channel use. It worked okay, to be honest. Unlike my pop-up wine glass. So what happened is, somewhere along the line, it's leaked through one of these gaps here. I've gone to drink some of it, and I look like I've pissed myself. The joys, eh? So that's going in the bin when we get home. And I shall be drinking out of my growler. Ooh, have you seen me growler? there's not a lot left. Unfortunately, I had to neck the other one really, really quickly because it was just leaking out and it was going to be wasted. So that's warming up quite nicely. It might actually be cooling down a bit now as well, but I think for the most part we're good. So let's give it a go. Let's give it a wee taste. Warm bread and some honey butter. Now I'm probably going to pour this all over me, but let's see if it's as good as the hype is. And I already know it is anyway, because like I said, I did this yesterday. Let the kids try it, see what they thought, and everyone was very impressed. The burn even gives it like a outdoorsy taste. You know? Very good. I would definitely cook that again. Get a bit of dribbling off for effect. Yeah, it is as good as the hype. Now I'm not going to eat all this, although it's very tempting because that honey butter is very nice. Because I'm about to cook a spaghetti bolognese. I've tried to clean the pan that I'm using, but it didn't go according to plan. Let's say that. So, really simple. I did about 300 grams of flour. I overshot with the water, so probably 100 ml of water. A teaspoon of yeast. I'll have to put that down, otherwise we're going to keep on eating it. It is that good. Bit of salt, bit of sugar. Your salt and sugar amounts don't really matter. Just to get the sugars to get the yeast going, and eventually it proves, doubles in size, and you can use that for a couple of days. Nice. I do actually like that burn. It's like barbecued in a way, but I think this is cooling down a bit now. I'm going to try and clean this as best as I can. I don't really want to waste any of the water that I've got because it is about, I don't know, 27 degrees or something. Current temperature 29 degrees, which is warmer than it said it was going to be. And that. And the most important thing about doing this is we leave no trace at all. We will pack everything away and take everything with us. There's a little bit of litter over there, which isn't mine, and I did see some a little bit further up as well. A bit of plastic, a bit of tin foil. Not quite sure why they're there, but we will take them away with us because we're going back that way anyway, and we'll dispose of it properly. Part 2 coming up. Not a single one of these people know that I'm here, and that is the magic of it. I mean, look, there's literally no one around. The trail goes all the way up to the top there. I'm just down at the bottom of this bit. It does look like it carries on. You could, like, you know, keep walking through this way, you know, along there, through, and kind of make a way through as far down as, you know, as you like. We're not actually as far in as I thought we were. I've just looked at where we are on the map. So the bit that we walked up to begin with is actually another length of that, all the way up to the top, right about here. Another length of all of this in that direction before you get to that. Right, in part 2 of the same video. I'm not going to cut it into 2. I can't be arsed with all that crap. My channels are just as simple as you like, really. I can't bother with all that follow for part 2 and all that like and subscribe or this will happen and all that jazz. That's not me. I'm not even asked if people like and subscribe. I'm doing this for me. It's my time, it's my fun. And in years to come, my children will watch this. Even when I'm gone, they'll have this. They'll be able to see what I did and why I did it, and hopefully go and do the same thing. Hopefully I inspire people to get outside. That's the whole thing of it. Go outside, sit in the woods, bring bug spray. I'm covered in it. I've sprayed myself top to bottom. So I've already said it, but it's 29 degrees out here. Obviously it's a bit better in the shade. It's probably more not in the shade. I'm not sure how they judge it. They probably judge it out of the shade. But we just cooked some Outdoor Boys honey butter bread. Bread with honey butter on a camping stove. It wasn't ideal. It's kind of charred the pan a little bit because I wasn't paying attention, and the oil got a bit too hot. Not sure whether that's cleanable, but it ain't gonna hurt us. So let us strike a fire on this. I have actually got a Ranger's flint, which I did use successfully earlier on. It took a while, but we did it. So we're going to need a bit more fuel for this. Spaghetti Bolognese. Now, I will just like to take a second to remember my mum's best friend. They were so close, we called her Auntie Sonia. Now, she was Italian, and she used to make this spaghetti Bolognese. She made it for her family, and then she'd bring the leftovers the day right after for me and my sister. And it was just amazing. It was next level. I've still never tasted anything quite like it. So yeah, Sonia Broughton her name was, and you know, she was very, very loved. There's the honey butter that's going away. That'll just set again. That'll go in the fridge when I get back home, and it'll be sound. So let's see if we can strike this again. Took a couple of goes last time, but we did get it. There we go. I'm not sure whether I'm holding it incorrectly or something. Maybe. Well, the problem I've got is this. I know it keeps them together, which is really, really good, but it's just not long enough. I need something that's longer than that so that I can get a good strike on it. Okie dokie, we are off. The fire is roaring in my direction. We're not going to suppress the fire to begin with, actually, but I will start this again. It's going to be sped up. I did pour the water earlier on, and then realised that I needed to do the honey butter first because the pan's going to be dirty. So we'll put a lid on it just to keep all the critters out, because there are many, many bugs. We're going to heat this water up, and we're going to get into cooking this spaghetti bolognese in the woods. Yeah, obviously we've got loads of cars going by, but you know, I think it's a trade-off for being off the beaten path. Like, no one can eat, like, I'm talking now, but I bet you the people that are over there on that track can't even hear me. And that's the beauty of it. Now, I did turn around and I've swapped over the direction that the camera's in, mainly because I know nothing's going to come from that direction, but something could come from that direction. And I know it sounds paranoid, but it's always good to be aware of your surroundings. You never know who's about. Like earlier on, we saw that thing, a little tree house, which I am going to climb later. I'm going to assess the situation, and I'm going to try and climb up it, just for the grin, because I can. And obviously there was a bench made, and there was also some ramps and stuff. Now the ramps don't look like they've been used for many, many years. You know, that's what the mound is there that the tripod's set up against. The dirt's so crusty that, you know, it's been there a long time without being used. So I think we're good, but you know, it is what it is. Always be aware of your surroundings is what I'm getting at. So let this water heat up. I'm gonna have another drink of beer and we'll get this spaghetti bolognese cooking. So I'm always straight with you. I'm having an absolute mare of a day today. First of all, I came out, I forgot my water, which is now all gone because it's extremely hot and I got thirsty. Came back for it, sound. Then I left and I'd forgotten the passata tomato puree, tin of tomatoes, which is kind of what makes up the whole flipping sauce. And I've had no end of issues with actually filming stuff because I think I pressed record, or I think it's still recording and then it's not. So I've just sat there and chatted crap for about 5 or 10 minutes and it's not even, it's not even recorded. Anywho, here's what we've got. We've got some spaghetti bolognese. Sorry, I've already mixed it all in. I did actually forget to put in the special ingredient that I'd normally put in, which is marmite or yeast extract. Some people don't like it, some people do. I personally think it makes spaghetti bolognese taste amazing. You don't need a great deal. In that whole pot, you probably use about a tablespoon. I had to add a little bit to this, so I put a very small amount in, and it instantly enhanced it. Just makes it taste so much richer, meaty. Now, I don't normally put the bacon lard on as in there, but a friend of mine told me to do it, and I thought, well, I've not done a spaghetti bolognese for a while. So I'll give it a go, and I'm glad I did. It's really nice. Probably should have let them go crunchy first. I probably fried them first before the vegetables. Get them nice and crispy. But yeah, it's just been kind of one of those days. I nearly didn't bother, but I'm glad I did because it's all about just getting out. Okay, the location, we're right next to a busy road, like a main road, a road or whatever you want to call it. But I kind of put that out of my mind. Not too bothered about that. It's the rest of it, just sitting away from people. I know that sounds like introverted, and I'm not introverted at all. I am one of the biggest people person you will ever see. I will speak to absolutely anyone. I have no anxiety about striking a conversation with someone I've never met. You know, sometimes it doesn't go very well, as some people don't want to be spoken to, but the majority enjoy. So we can go further down another time. This might very well be one of my new favourite spots. Just out of the way. The people that have been using this for biking, they're long gone. These jumps are so old they've actually gone crusty. So there's not going to be them coming down here. I did go for a little explore down there and I found loads more little bits of rubbish. So we are going to bring all that back here and hopefully be able to fit it in my pack. Whatever I can't fit in, unfortunately I'll have to stay here for now. But I'm going to revisit this place and we're going to go further down. I'm going to see what's down there. Like I say, I went for a wander while it was bubbling away. And to be honest, it does seem like there's a couple more good spots. And this is kind of the first spot I kind of got to. So I kind of just set up. I will leave a recipe for this in the description below if anyone wants to try my very own spaghetti bolognese. Again, it might not be a conventional recipe. I don't give a toss. I really don't. I made it for me. If you want to try it, try it. If you don't, don't. I am biased because I made it, but you'll be missing out. So yeah, I'm going to finish eating this. I'm going to chill out for a short while. And we'll go home and cook dinner for the kids. That fly wants my spaghetti bolognese, man. It can do one. I am not sharing. So, doing this today kind of showed me the limitations on volume as to how much I can actually cook on this stove. Now the stove's called a Trangia. It's either Swedish or Swiss, I can't remember. I want to say Swedish, but again I can't remember. And it's ideal for one person. Now I've cooked a batch of bolognese sauce there that you could easily feed 4 to 5 people with. It was a struggle to get it all in the pan, because obviously you have to fry all your stuff separately, then put it into a separate tub, and then cook your pasta in the pan. And it comes with 2 pans, so you're okay. But in future, I need to dial it back a little bit, do half measures of everything. Yeah, just a bit of food for thought. Or thought while food. Anywho, stop waffling. I'm going to finish this, get tidied up, grab some litter, and head home. If you got this far, you yourself are awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's not the best content in the world, but you know what? I enjoy making it, so I'm going to keep burdening you all with it. Go pick up some other people's rubbish. And as you can see, that is an appalling amount of rubbish for such a short area. Now I'd probably put it down to the people who were building the trails here, because where there's people, there's rubbish. If the little bike trail they were building wasn't here, there'd be no reason for anyone to come down here. I've just spotted some more over there, but I can't even take back what I've got here, so I'm gonna have to come back another day when I explore, bring a carrier bag with me, and we'll get that gone. But bye for now. I'll take back what I can, stuff it in my pack. As always, we leave no trace. As you can see, that is where the stove was, and I picked up some bits of rubbish, but nothing here says there was somebody here cooking some grub in the woods. And that is the magic of it. That's what keeps it sustainable as well, because we could do this because we leave no trace. Now if they start seeing loads of people around here, people leaving loads of rubbish, they'll put fences up. You won't be able to just nip in the side of the woods and then you've lost something that could have been great. Keep it clean, stay tidy, take your bloody rubbish with you, you bunch of tramps. I'm pointing at you guys, but it's obviously not you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna go home now. Take it easy, and I'll see you all soon. Probably next weekend. I don't know what's going on today. I can't seem to get the hang of this recording stuff properly. I've just climbed up the steps of the thing, but this is not safe. I've just recorded, well, what I thought recorded myself going up it. The steps, they're solid. They are solid. You can climb up them. This, nah mate, I'm not getting on that. 14.5 stone of me will not be kept up by that. It's only attached by one side, so nope. Anyway, back to the outro.